Hello there, YouTube. This is Zoo Tycooner Steve, and I welcome you to a new episode of the Zoo-gether Let's Play. That's a zoo in which I and many other talented YouTube Zoo Tycoon tours go around and we sort of pass the map around, and each of us make our own exhibit. You might remember I had the distinct and wonderful honor of creating the opening entrance area, which we're going to walk through right here. We're going to do a quick tour of all the happenings at the zoo since we left it. And as you can see, there is quite a bit going on. You should definitely check out all the other channels. If you just go down the playlist, I've been pretty good about linking the entire thing. But you also want to check out the actual channels for any of the other Zoo Tycooners putting in, like this beautiful creation here of this Indian peafowl exhibit. Nice little walk around exhibit. Get in there and give a little scratchy to the head of that Indian peafowl. Beautiful, beautiful. It's doing an amazing thing here with this little walk around courtyard. And I believe if we continue down this pathway here, we're going to find an amazing jaguar exhibit. So, well, it's nice to know that everyone's zookeepers just sit at the bench and do nothing. But there we are. There's a beautiful jaguar exhibit. So let's go ahead and walk on up. We're moving on up to the jaguars. We're going inside and taking a look at the jaguars. And I don't see a jaguar, even though this is an amazing exhibit. Such an amazing exhibit. But of course, the actual jaguars themselves are hiding. Which, you know, that's just another day at the zoo. That's why you gotta make several trips around, so you can see different animals doing different things. Let's cheat and take a peek in by going inside the zookeeper area here. Going around the zookeeper area. Let's go in and find... There it is! Okay, so the jaguar was actually in the exhibit. It was just in this corner here and I didn't see it. But there it is! It's working, and it's got the creepy, huge smile thing going on. So it's having a wonderful time. Let's also go ahead and, instead of zigging on the path past these Indian peafowls and their jaguars, let's go ahead and take a zag and see what else has been done here. I believe, rumor tells me, that we're going to come across a beautiful otter exhibit. So if we continue down here, zigging and zagging and zooping. Yep, otters. Let's see if we can see any of our aquatic mammal friends. Oh, fish out of water. We'll have to move you around. Spawn problem. I don't see any otters swimming in that main tank there. Let's take a look. And oh, I think I see one. Yep, there is one. Oh no, that's not an otter. That's a zookeeper. Well, at least he's actually doing some work. It's much more than the average zookeeper. Some bonus points for that. Moving along here. Moving along there. Everyone did a wonderful job of keeping up with that sort of the hamstringing of the look of the buildings and everything that I set up in the first episode. So major wonderfulness for that. Here is the area I've already mapped out as sort of a general outline for what we're going to be building. As the map has been passed back to me, today we're going to be putting in a beautiful exhibit of bear cats. Better known, well, they're better known as bear cats, but their actual names are binturongs. It's a really cool Asian carnivore, so we're going to go ahead and put these guys in here. First thing I'm going to do, go ahead and just kind of mark off these different levels and get this one a little bit lower, and then we can just kind of slope everything in. So the idea with the exhibit here is I'm going to be trying to make like an observation area that you have to walk into, and I want you to have to kind of walk through a bridge to get to it. So it's kind of like you're walking into the Asian rainforest jungle area. Oops, kind of messed that up. Let me see if I can't get this up. So I probably did something that's permanently messed up the map. Yeah, it did, but I'm going to be able to live with that because it's going to work. Even better. It's let me delete. Fantastic. So let's just go ahead and throw down the floating platform here where we're going to build our observation building. And we'll smooth this out. Very good. And extend out the cage. It's going to be a fairly nice sized exhibit for Binturong. Probably bigger than you would see in a regular zoo, would be my guess, relatively speaking. There we go. Go to Binturong. Let's go ahead and paint this in. And yeah, there's a little... I think I did mess up the map a little bit. Let me see if I can't get this fixed for us. Just like this, and then I'll need to run a fence in the front, like so. and then flatten it out. And then I should be able to build right in front of that flat area. You can only do this if you have the Snow Leos combi pack. So if you don't have that, go download it. What are you waiting for? Come on, it's the best. It's the best. The best, I say, the best. And I'm going to have to alter the path a little bit here. Okay. That's more or less what we're going to do. That's sort of the approach for our Binturongs. Let's actually scoot that so we can make a little bend in the path. Anyway, it's going down. The aviary is going down. A nice little aviary fence. They have a nice climbing area. And I'm using that aviary fence because it's sort of what you saw in the Jaguar exhibit. I'm going to build something that looks like it's designed by the same kind of people. It's not going to be an exact copy, obviously. But I'm going to try to pull in that aesthetic more to tie in the zoo. So I'm going to see kind of a similar trick to what they use there for the multi-levels. Do I want to put in like this Taronga building thing? I mean, it looks kind of good, but I'm not sold on that necessarily. I'd have to change over to the Taronga wood to blend it all in. Something like that, maybe? Let's take a quick... No, not in love with that. Let me I noticed there's like a little gap there. Let's see if I can't... I don't think this is going to work. But I'm going to go ahead and try to sort of fill in that gap area here. The problem is the exhibit itself is sort of on an angle, so it's not going to come through perfectly. That's not bad. Yeah, the problem is because it's on an angle, I can't do the floating magic railing trick. Well, I've made this way, way harder for myself than I needed to. Huh. So, oh, I kind of like these doors better, actually. Let me get this fixed real quick. I did an accidental delete. What? Okay, let's get this switched back to the dark wood to match those new doors. I think I'm going to go with... I'm probably not going to end up with these doors, would be my guess, because they don't look like they're the exact right size. But let me see if I can fudge them in a little bit. I'm just going to try to round the corners. See if I can get this floating path in here. I don't think it's going to work, because I built it at an angle like an insane person. But let's give it a try. Gonna give it the old college try. Yeah, see, even then, there's going to be a little gap between the top and the bottom. So I can fill in the gaps on the sides like this by putting those woods down, those wood posts down. But I don't think there's anything that's going to fit exactly where I need it to for that. Yeah, no. Yeah, I still don't think it's going to work. Okay. I'm giving it a thought here, so let's go on and just do some other things real quick while I'm thinking about that. And I'm going to have to lay down like the cement path here for the inside part of the exhibit. There's got to be a way to fix this. Can I? No, that's not going to line up perfectly. That's not. So not. Even more not. Even more not. Okay, let's just switch the doors, maybe. Maybe let's... Why are we making this so difficult for ourselves? Let's switch the doors up. Because I kind of like those doors. Maybe we can trick the roof. Yeah, let's try this. Don't know if this is going to work. Let's see if maybe we can trick the roof in. Do. And like this. And then we would just throw up a railing on the side. Well, here, let's get the railing on the side there. That's right. And wait, why is it not? It's not going to let me float them. If I could do the flying railings, it would work. Sadness. Dishonor. Dishonor on your family. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. Yeah, I don't think it's going to quite work. I mean, I guess I could do this as like an overhang, maybe? Could do that. But that's going to interfere with the look of the bridge. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Just going to lay down these boards here across. And it's not going to be the exact same color and everything, but it'll just look like a decoration because we get a nice even spacing. So that's going to work. Okay. We're going to go with that then. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this roof here. Down, 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 down. I assure you, totally nothing else is going to go wrong in this. I mean, I've already realized one problem I'm going to have, and that's that I didn't measure out the dip in the ground, so that's going to have the little fence not connect with the elevated roof I need to put on it, but that's okay. We can all be happy with that, I think. Okay, let's just take a quick... Yeah, okay, everything looks good inside. Now let's go ahead and build the zookeeper inside area for our beautiful bear cats. Bear cats are a beautiful animal. Like I said, they're a boreal carnivore in Southeast Asia, and the most amazing and wonderful thing about the binturongs are they smell like delicious, delicious popping corn. And that's not just a weird fact I read in a book somewhere. I can testify to it. Our local zoo does have binturongs in it, and if you stand down one of them, it smells just like delicious, delicious popcorn. Like good popcorn, too. Not the stuff you pop at home, but like the stuff from the movie theaters with the artificial yellow dripping thing you put on it. And so much salt, you know you're going to die a few years early, but it's totally worth it. Okay, go ahead and make a little inside here. I'm going to use these... gates from the Snow Leo Carnivore Pack so I can control the entrance and exit for our binturongs. And then let's go ahead and keep up that exhibit, or that design aesthetic that I started in the first episode, and the fellow zookeepers have been very good at keeping up, so we're going to use the cat poles and the blinds to make that look, log cavity look thing. If you want to know more about it, I suggest watching my first episode. Or why not just watch all the episodes in the series and like and subscribe and, show some love to all the Zoo-gether, the Zoo Tycooners. Zoo-gether, we build Zoo-gether. Now, in this exhibit, because the fencing is not super high, I'm not going to be able to put in a lot of trees, but these are a boreal species, like I said, so I'm going to want to put in some of these. They're actually sort of just aesthetic, I believe they're monkey playsets or primate playsets. I forget exactly what they're called. I know if you look in the packs on the Zoo Tycoon 2 download wiki, you can find them though. But I'm going to put those in to kind of substitute for the fact that I can't have any tall trees for our bear cats to climb. So let's go ahead and throw in some rocks in the background. And we'll sort of paint in pathways where they walk more often than not. Ooh, I like these guys. There's a lot of cool, fun trees. Oh, I really like that tree, too. Throw in just as many of these ferns as we can to make the background look like it's all forested up. And a couple of these brackens, and some of the bamboo with the various heights. Yes, it's all coming together swimmingly now. Extend this outward. More bamboo! I demand more. Okay, I just realized that I gave you like that thing about the trees being too tall, and I was putting in the monkey climbers, and then I put on a bunch of tall trees. So we just deleted those, and I apologize. I went mad with power there. But now we're just going to go ahead. And here's what I was talking about before. I didn't measure out the heights for the dip, so it's not going to be a perfect seal with the fences there. So I might have to do a little edit real quick to get those to the right height. No problem, we can get it done. I'm just seeing right now if there's anything I can kind of hold over the side that's going to close the gap. I don't think so. So we'll go ahead, let's finish the roof before we move on. Let's get this all done. And we're going to want to switch this to a wooden aviary fence. Like so. Changing it up. Changing it to aviary fencing, and we'll delete the overhang. And now I'm going to switch the front fencing here where it doesn't quite connect to a tank wall, just so I can manually adjust the height and kind of get it flush. And we'll cover up the rough edges with some more of these, the taller trees I couldn't use inside the exhibit. Where are those ginkgo biloba trees? There they are. Ginkgo biloba. And we're going to fill in this. You know what? We can do better. We can do better with the bridge. Watch this. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to extend this out. I'm going to throw down these wood panels. And then I'm going to further in the holes. Extend the holes out so there's more of a bridge going to it. I'm going to clear out a little space here on the left-hand side to create a secondary viewing area as well. Let me flatten this area out so it works fine. Then we'll get the pathway going around it. And this will just give our guests a second chance to see the Binturongs without having to go into the super scary bridge area. I couldn't think of the word for it. Let's call it the viewing platform observatory. You know it's fancy because it's an observatory. Somebody must say it that way somewhere, right? I'm sure. Okay, and we'll line it with some more trees here in the hole. And get our pathway in back here. I'm going to kind of scoot this over to the side a little bit. Because I'm going to want to have enough room in that area to kind of hide the fact that we're changing the foliage. So let me get my... Let's finish off this by putting in some railings to match the railings we put on the bridge. Now let me lower this so it doesn't have a hitbox issue. Very good. And we'll raise you back. Thank you. Okay, get this lined up perfect. Yes, there we go. We got the signage for our binturongs. And let's get them some seating inside the observatory. Modern bench? No, it's too little. I want one that takes up 2 boxes, like this! And this! And, give them a little plant here. Just again, because that was a similar thing done in the Jaguar exhibit. And even though this is different zookeepers showing off different skill sets, I do want to make it look like this wasn't a Salvador Dali painting where it's all insane. And throwing this down, Let's keep lining the edges there to make it feel like more you're entering the forest of the Bearcats. And throw this down. And now let's go ahead and grab some of the foliage that we use for the main part of our zoo, both in the entrance and the other zookeepers have been using along the generic pathways. And all of those same plants. And we're just going to kind of create a wall so that when you're leaving the river otter exhibit, you're not immediately being thrust into an entire new area. It kind of looks like you're still walking through the same zoo, and then you come across this one exhibit with different foliage. Probably going to have to create a wall here. Let's just throw some juniper bushes in the back since those will be nice and tall. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. Then we'll make sure that this whole area is filled in. Filled in nice and tight. Put some signage up. B-I-N-T-U-R-O-N-G. Yes, that's how we spell it. I guess I could have put Bearcat. I think more people actually call them Bearcats than people do Binturongs. I've been using them interchangeably just to make myself sound like a fancy man, but you can call them whatever you want. You could potentially call them popcorn pandas, but that's a good. Again, they do smell like delicious, delicious popping corn. Just kind of fill this in. Same over here with our nice grass that we used from the beginning. And, oh, whoops, we haven't done anything with the inside for the zookeeper area. So let's go ahead and do that. Put on the fake door, and we'll go ahead and use... Get a door so we can get in. Go ahead and use those blinds to keep up our log cabin effect that we've been keeping throughout the entire zoo. All the zookeepers have been very diligent, and since I'm the one who started it, it would be just a tragedy if I dropped the ball here. Can't have that. We'll go in, we'll throw in some stuff for our keepers. Kind of got a weird area here because I built a little corner thing. Yeah, well, it's fine. Put these here, so there's charts for them. And they have 2 separate cages. Let's put in some food and water to incentivize them to come inside here from time to time so they move about the exhibit. And we'll also even put in a little home in case they want to take a nap inside here. It's going to be high enough that shouldn't cause any issues. You're probably going to see the metal railings through the roof if you do, so... Oh well, I'm letting it go. Let's see if we can put something down here, because there's a little empty area. Yeah, I don't have any specifically for Bearcats, so... Nope. No. Well, let's see if we can straighten this out. Don't... Yes, good, good, good. Fantastic! We'll just throw down some plants, how about? Throw down some plants, and then we'll use those same, the same pots that we used in the inside of the exhibit, and it'll look like a potted plant. That's what it'll do. Let's just grab him from here because I didn't see him when I scrolled through the list. Alright, final walkthrough. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're enjoying all of the exhibits being built by all the zookeepers in Zoo-gether. We build Zoo-gether. And now we need to make a left. Zoo-gether. We build Zoo-gether. I like the little water hazard area just outside the otter exhibit. Need to move that
Perch back into the water. Note to self, before I pass the map back, move the perch. Okay. I'm never going to remember that. Let's go ahead and see now. I've left the left-hand side of the pathway completely open because I didn't want to hamstring anyone else. But you can see that we've done a pretty good job of making it so you're not immediately entering into a completely forward area. But once you're around this corner, you can see the bamboo shooting up. You can see those beautiful plants. We are almost in their planters. Note to self, fix the planters so that they're exactly on it before I pass it along. Lots of notes to self. And of course we had to cross this little bridge here into the Binturong Observatory. And once we go inside, we got our nice educational panel right there, letting us know all the things about them. And, oh yeah, I see one already. Looks like it's taking a nap down there. Should be able to get a pretty good view of these guys since we made those sloping pathways. So there should be 2 or 3. No matter where they take a nap, they should be pretty well. There's a better shot. He's up and about. He's moving around. And the way he's going, I suspect he's going to get up on that elevated platform too. So we're going to get to see him climb a little bit, which is amazing. Just envision it now. Just take a deep breath in and just smell the wafting, buttery smell of delicious popcorn. And you know that you are in a wonderful Binturong exhibit. Looking pretty good, actually. Looking pretty good. I'm okay with this. So let's go ahead. We'll head out, back across our bridge, making the right-hand turn, and we'll go to that second viewing area, the one where we do not have to visit the observatory, right around here. And I don't know if you're going to get... Obviously, you're going to get a pretty good view of one if they're sleeping right up here or if they're climbing up that food platform. I don't know if we can get a good view of one now. There's one moving in the distance there, you can see. So you can see them in the exhibit from that place, at least. Let's go ahead now and visit as if we were zookeepers ourselves. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's Zookeeper Steve. He's here to look at the bearcats. And, okay, so we got a few bearcats inside. When I first placed them, I placed 1 inside and 2 outside, so they are obviously moving around. Oh, they just boop snoots. Morning, Frank. Morning, Dan. Let's go ahead and give you a pet and a wash. Very cool. And open the door to get into the exhibit ourselves. Hey, how you doing? It looks like they're both leaving. So yeah, they're both going in and out, just like we wanted to. And I don't see where the third one is. There it is. I can tell by the creepy smiley face. Just took a nap, so it's doing good. Doing very good. Very good. In fact, the whole thing is very good. I think this came out pretty well. Yeah, see, you went back in to get some water there. So, yep, they're going in, they're going out, they're dancing about, they're having a great time. And I had a great time too. Let's go ahead and take to the sky. Take to the sky! And there you can see, we put in a fairly nice Binturong exhibit. So, just to the north of the Otter Observatory, obviously. And I think that's going to be pretty good. I don't think I took up too much space, but I think I got a nice little thing going here. I'm proud of it. That's, at the end of the day, the best I can hope for is I'm happy with the results, and I am happy with the results. I hope you're happy with the results too. If you did like it, if you like this video, why don't you click the like button, which is right below you. If you want to keep up with this video, or any of the other amazing videos on my channel, be sure to subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification button, because, you know, YouTube. Anyway, this is Zoo Tycooner Steve saying bye!